Hope that's not coming in too loud, but I don't really give a fuck. Just doing some making. Check the fucking stream. Yep, stream is going. Alright. Pause that just to save on computing. My end. Got my inks set up. Start out with something that's relatively thick. Yeah, let's do that thick. Just to make myself pay more attention to the limelight. Because you can get dummy thick, as they say, on it, and hold back on the line and get more control over the lines. Have to switch brushes less. Brush. I did that honestly. Sometimes I can, I guess, zone out a little bit and not be paying attention to what I do. And try to mostly use the undo button for that, and not just get obsessed, but like every visual artist, you can easily get obsessed in the loops of hitting Control Z. I should probably post this up in Alright. I think I should have it back up. Yep. I wanted to share this on my Facebook group. Some habits. Sure. That. All right. And we're back to it. Accidentally close the wrong browser tab. A little bit of a lag. Not too bad though. One thing I like about the new Photoshop, as much as I hate to mean, I bootlegged stuff for most of the early time I spent working digitally. So I ended up buying a copy of the new one. And I like the fact that you can kind of save on the fly. I don't know if I ever really noticed that before or considered it, but it comes in handy. You can continue working while it's saved instead of having to take it as a break. Thin this out up top to show a little bit of depth. Pardon me, host. My downstairs neighbors start fucking screaming at each other. I would love that if I could fucking stream those two fucking maniacs screaming at each other. Should probably stream early in the morning for that. I'll have to try that. That would be fucking funny as shit. Too thick. Yeah, probably should have restarted fucking everything before I started the stream. The lag's a bit much. Try to power through. I started it just a little bit ago, but this thing get bogged down so quick. You're always talking shit now. But you are talking yourself now. It's already up there. Nothing comes out, and someone's acting on this information. But nothing says this education. From the side that I say that I am it. What is it running in mind? I'm hating this lag. Part of me is thinking I should just restart it. It didn't take me very long, but it would interrupt the stream. Try this. Task manager. Prioritize it. I want it see if maybe that helps a little more. Mm.
I never thought you were on the diet before. I never sucked on a diet. I never lived inside a diet before. And now I'm feeling tired. You got so ass, oh it. You got so mad, running out. You got your eyes, look at yourself there. That you never be back, that reason. You gotta tell me the reason. I never thought you all the time before. I never thought on the diet. I never held a hand to diet before. And now I'm feeling the diet. And you got to, and you got to, and you got
Sharing it.
to. Give me the shot. Give me the pill. Give me the cure. Now I want you to touch my world. I never thought you all the time before. I never thought of the time. I never walked inside a time before. And now I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm all alive. I'm not a different generation. Give me a shot. Give me the pill. Give me the cure. Touch my Why can't I walk down the street? Your suggestion. Why can't I walk down the street? Free suggestion. If I had my own tree, maybe I'd jump in. Maybe I'd jump in.
More weight at the bottom of that hand. Give it some more depth. Especially since it is check, make sure the Inkstream's still going.
There is no reward in pursuing what you discover. You spend yourself, boy, watching me suffer. Suffer your words, suffer your heart, suffer your hands, suffer your interpretation. What it is, what it is.
I love For Guys' 13 Songs album. And I'm not monetized, so I can play or say whatever the fuck I want. I'll switch positions for a little bit. Let's see what that does. Good enough. Down to a 10. Just gotta put in some of the details. That's good.
She does nothing to deserve it. It looks
Tight process when inking. Try to do everything I can with the very thickest brush I want to use on a part, and then work my way towards skinnier brushes. Like I said, I just find it makes me have to, much like similar to inking with a brush, using a thicker brush. Lawson Wallace taught me a long time ago that kind of forces you to make decisions with your line weight and how much pressure you're putting down when inking digitally. I used to see people, artists, like one artist referred to himself as a process junkie. And just always hearing artists talk about the process, and at the time, like thinking I knew what that meant, but I really didn't have everything tightened down in my process. So took years of doing it professionally, doing it for pay, where you really have to kind of learn on the fly. You get put in a position where you have to do tricks and come up with little things just off the cuff. And the best way to do that is just having a very tight process for yourself. That is nice. Yeah, that's huge. I can be further out, maybe. Ink all the aspects of it first. I'm going to wait to go to a smaller brush before I do these elements. This is a better angle if I'm going to do that shit. Oh my. I look like a fucking thing. You can only really see the top of my fucking head, but I don't think most of anybody who would fucking watch this is looking at it from my pretty face. And if they are, they're going to be sorely disappointed. You need to tip on shit. Need to fucking just get it done. Stop using the undo button so much. Using number 10. Taper that line a little bit so that it looks more like open it up. Oh lordy. It's not done. Look to see if anybody had for something else. Let's see. What to do next? Let's find out. I think I'm hitting Control Z and I'm actually hitting Shift X.
Correct, but it comes to you. Spirits direct and attempt to only affect your way of thinking. And if you believe in grace, and you must walk in the right happy place. This is the law. I'll face your way of thinking.
Yeah, I got a lot of shit on my mind today, so not exactly on point. And on the let's see. Way off my game today. I said I just had a lot of shit on my mind that, Frank, I'll leave it on my mind.
Outrage. They say, any time now, and you'll never hear, and you'll want to leave. And I got you things on my mind. Any time now, and you'll never hear, and you'll want to leave. And I got you things on my mind. No, it's not a possibility. We have a possibility. Here you are,
A little bit better angles on the hair. I want to get a thinner line. I need to change my brush size before I start on very, very minute details like that. I'm not too crazy about the fucking one. I'm not too crazy about his hair up here. I'm not too crazy about the pressure sensitivity on this I found a good setting for flicking off like taper rendering lines. Too much. You can taper them down, starting like thin to thick, but it's hard to just get like a good taper from the flick of your wrist. Do the damn thing. It's a little bit more forward on this side. You rat bastard. I did do that before I was using this. And match this. Fish out perspective. 10. Just trying to get the hang of using this. A long time. Alright, not exactly proportions. If I'm crazy about that, I'll look at the original. Just bring it up. Nothing on my game today. That's better. That's where the front leg is. Let's do the rest of it by hand. Just sitting there fucking around with it. Oh, it's minor threat. Okay. Somebody messaged. Asked, wait, are you a Comic Skate guy? Is that why I subbed to you? I don't even know what I am whenever it comes to Comic Skate nowadays. It's, I don't know. I don't like labels to begin with. You start labeling yourself as this or that. You start kind of thinking in sync with other people, just naturally, psychologically. I agree with the original merits of it. I kind of investigated it a little bit and wrote a gonzo journalism style article about it. kind of approaching it from the point of Jungian philosophy, Jungian psychology, but I wouldn't call myself a comic skates guy any more than I'd call myself a Buddhist. If I'm a comic skate guy, then I'm probably a pretty shit one. Just like I'm pretty shit Buddhist. Yeah, I see the occult. Where practical modern psychiatry failed me, the occult, more than made up for it in terms of, as Robert Anton Wilson says, the occult is a system of magic is a system of fucking with your own nervous system, to the point where the impossible becomes possible and unreal becomes real. And I always thought the very first practice of anybody in the occult should be using it to understand their own nervous system, before you can use it to fucking understand anything else. Everybody gets into it thinking that they can just jump right into manifesting shit, and no, you're gonna fuck yourself up, and that's what you're gonna learn from. I want this, then you get this, and you're like, fuck this. It's just a reality tunnel to view life through that makes it a little bit more bearable. Let's see. I'm glad people tuned in. That's yeah, I'm not gotten used to people tuning in yet. I haven't done it consistently enough, but it's so easy that there's no excuse not to nowadays. This StreamYard thing. I'm thinking about paying for the license for sort of the extra shit that you can do to how do you say, personalize the graphics, like set like a little graphic inset for the sharing screens, something to make a little bit more professional looking. But right now I just figured I'd get on, see if people tuned in. If they did, chat with them, listen to some fucking punk. I've only recently gotten back into listening to music. Yeah, a buddy of mine studied the Necronomicon very, very young. I always would fuck with him about it. I'd be like, "Oh, you're such an edgelord. You're studying the Book of the Dead," because I was kind of an asshole, even when I was younger. We all put our foot in our fucking mouths at some point. Yeah, Robert Anton Wilson, as I like to put it, and I make sure that I have it committed to memory so that people know that I take it sincerely, even if I don't take it seriously, as in Reformed, non-Aristotelian, Gnostic, Quantum, Discordian, Zen, Born Again, Satanic, Supermanic, Neo-Techno, Shamanic, Zephgonzer, Semiotic, Mad Genius, Meta-Magician. The Discordian in that long string of words is very much from Robert Anton Wilson's influence. Yeah, I've got some friends that have practiced Wicca. I've got a friend that's a pagan high priestess, and boy, she she chastised me for like, you fucking chaos magicians. You just go in, start doing shit, see what the fuck happens. You fuck yourselves up because you don't practice, you don't fucking study the the history of the ritual. You don't study the traditions. You just go in there fucking willy nilly, and then you wonder why you fucked yourself up, and you come to got people like me that know what we're talking about. A few months later, and be like, I fucked myself up again. Oh, dumbass playing with magic. Shout out to my friend Amara. Amara Art is, I believe, her Instagram, AMARA Art, I believe. But Amara is a really awesome local artist who's really she's a big part in my practice and in my circles, because I often tend to go to her and bug her about shit, whether it be art shit or occult shit. She's kind of my go-to. I'm pretty happy with that right now. I'm gonna switch over to another figure. That eye is bothering me now. So what's that fucking? What the fuck's going on with this? Did I really draw that thick? Let's see. Just kinda. I'm gonna shake a little bit off, but still fucking. That eye is way too close. It's a good thing about digital materials. Is you can make adjustments on the fly. Just deselect this shit, and then select just this eye. Keep that a little bit off that line back here. There we go. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna actually hit T instead of V. That fucking. And alright, that's good. Sometimes as a portrait artist taught me, like, if you ever don't think you trouble seeing, focusing on the right shit, try squinting, because it gives you a soft focus. You can see the whole picture all at once. Fucking move on to Thunder. He's blocking the front of this scene. Oh, fucking flips powers out. Like your little. Give me some coffee. I didn't fucking drink any of it. It's still warm. Punk rock is great. I think I might switch it over to yeah, I think I might switch it over to yeah, Bit Brigade. That's what I want. Let's put on some Bit Brigade. Do their Mega Man 2 live. There we go. Let's see. What have I been up to this summer? You've been saving up money to go back to school and for a better car, get a better job. Oh yeah. You know what? It's just been kind of starting over from scratch. Well, not from scratch, but going full time into freelancing again this summer. Fucking scary as shit. I've just been eating stress. Fucking eating stress to the point where the fucking stress is giving me a goddamn dad bod. I bet you my neighbors fucking love me right now. It's fucking 11 o'clock at night. Of course, I don't give a fuck. One of them's getting evicted. The other ones are fucking just absolute maniacs screaming in the fucking lower level all the time. So you can fucking eat me. Luckily, like I actually have a good relationship with my landlord. He came to me to fucking serve the papers to my fucking my upstairs neighbors. They're fucking screaming at each other all the time. Always sound like they're about to murder each other. I'm like, yeah, I can do that for you. Yeah. Got paid $40 to fucking evict the people making the fucking noise all the time. And then right as I serve them papers, the fucking couple moves in downstairs and they're worse. They're fucking worse, man. They're absolutely just, I mean, banshee. Yeah, dude. To quote Terrence McKenna, "Don't be afraid to go it alone." I don't think he was just talking about the psychedelic experience in terms of biochemically speaking. I think he's talking about, you know, the occult. I think he's talking about like any endeavor you have to go it alone. You know, any kind of self transformation. You reach a point where you're the one that validates yourself because nobody else is going to. People will actively even try to fuck with your game because they don't want to even approach in themselves. I mean, none of us want to approach in ourselves how fucking shit we are, but you kind of have to. It's kind of a fucking deal. It's a package deal. If you don't want to remain miserable. Yeah, that's the worst. Is when you're like, oh, what is this dog shit? And then eventually you're just like, oh, God, give him the ball on that one. And he's got a fucking point. I think I just maybe don't want to fucking look at it myself because I'm a fucking dick. You need other people, though. I mean, as a gauge, you can't fucking be an island. You can't live without other people. But boy, are they fucking dog shit sometimes. As am I. As is everybody. And it's the fucking rub. It's just, I guess it depends on what you're getting out of other people. If you're trying to get validation out of other people, but you can use other people as a gauge of like, oh, I guess I'm not so bad because old fucking Jimmy Thunderpants wants to fucking hang out with me all the time, and he's a pretty good guy. I think they're a good judge character, and they seem to like my company, and usually you'd be like, all right, that's just the fucking path. This is the path I'm supposed to be on, But if you're purely trying to get validation from external sources, it will always come up short. I really love this fucking Bit Brigade. Let me take a little break here in a minute. I'm fucking total shit up on the TV. Let's go to the full fucking screen. No, we don't want the full fucking screen. We don't want the full fucking screen. We want the full fucking camera. There we go. A little fucking look into the goddamn studio. My fucking coffee table looking like Baghdad there. The rest of it's pretty fucking clean. But got the Bit Brigade playing on the fucking TV. This is where the fucking magic happens. Let's see. Let's switch that back up. Add this to the stream. Make it small. There we go. Yeah, I mean, you got to But you have to define for yourself what advancing and moving forward is. Because you'll be fucking moving forward. And some people will be like, yeah, all right, he's doing the damn thing. He's doing his fucking thing, you know. It ain't gonna be fucking easy. And then other people will they'll be like, no, you're supposed to do it this way, or you're supposed to believe this, or this is how normal people do it. Why can't you just be normal? Worth the fucking risk, ain't it? You know, to be a fucking slave for the rest of your life, or spend time, making pretty pictures, making fun little cartoons, and getting paid to do it. I don't know about you. Life's fucking long and it's miserable, and it's a goddamn shit show most of the time. And you can take the fucking risk and try to give yourself a life that's a little bit more bearable in the work that you do. I think that it's worth the fucking gamble. Alright, I'm going to use smaller lines to do this there. Get good depth on that now. I'm going to connect it more to this line so that it doesn't feel like it's absolutely jutting out. Let's make that line a little thinner. Make that thicker. Alright, that's good enough. No sense of being fucking anal retentive. So main rate of hope. Yeah, your screen name looks very familiar. And yeah, I after I wrote that article, you know, I gotten involved in the group, the Comicscape group, mostly for the fucking article, mostly just as an experiment. And I approached it from the way I approached it. Some people didn't care for it because it wasn't just kissing people's ass. It was kind of trying to take a look at it from the only angle that I could. I'm happy with it. A lot of people that read the fruits of it, liked it, enjoyed it, said it was something fucking different. Every fucking criticism I got from it that was they didn't care for it either seemed like it was politically motivated, or it was because like an article should be able to be summed up. The theme of an article should be able to be summed up in one sentence, which I get. But I was trying to do something that wasn't easy to fucking sum up. Simple as that. I made it very clear in it. Like, I don't even know what the fuck I was doing. I was just doing something to do it. Because why the fuck not? I don't have as much experience in it as anybody else does, I suppose. Or at least enough experience in the industry that I think I can speak on it to a certain degree. Not huge, but the back end of it. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I know I can be a bit fucking tedious and a bit hard to fucking handle sometimes, so but everybody say, like, you gotta find your audience, you gotta find your voice. Just in general, I'm trying to be as brutally honest with as possible, to the point of, I can't even say not trying to be mean, because sometimes I just want to be mean. Sometimes I just think like you need somebody to be mean to you right now. And sometimes I'm just kind of a shit. But I try not to. If I find myself being mean just for the sake of being mean, I usually delete it. Or if somebody, somebody can put up a debate against me as to why I'm looking at something wrong, I welcome it. I can be as bullheaded as anybody else, but I welcome my beliefs being challenged. I welcome debate. I welcome prove me the fuck wrong, please. You know, I'm really off my fucking game inking tonight. It's coming out all right though. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to continue to move forward with it. Plus, I'm getting used to streaming. And yeah, having people tune in is cool because it keeps me working. You know, when the camera is on, you know somebody could be watching. So I appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully, if I continue to do it consistently, start building an audience and go from there. There's some stuff some work I won't be able to share via stream over here in the near future, but just do it in a way where I'm not giving away everything. Nothing I have right now has a non-disclosure agreement to it or anything, and my clients are very most of the clients I've dealt with lately have been people that I'm used to, and apart from a couple situations where I think we're mostly due to misunderstanding. It's been mostly fairly pleasant, but I'm also trying to get out of my comfort zone. Kind of have to in terms of professional. Looking for jobs in new places lately, successfully too, and just getting shotgun method of sending out replies to job threads, which worked against me one time. One time they were like, well, we're only considering people who read the entire guidelines, and they had like very specific guidelines. I get that, but at the same time, like as a client, you got to fucking realize we're just throwing them out there. You're not fucking special sometimes. Like, if you like my artwork, and I even responded with like, here's by your fucking guidelines. Yeah. And they didn't respond back. I think they were a little petty about it, but I think my work is up to snuff. I think I would have been interesting to be on that project, but I don't know. They seem like they took it some sort of offense to the fact that sometimes you're just fucking shotgunning out responses. It's not always gonna fucking if you like my work and you want to go further, then you have my fucking attention. You cross my palm of silver, you have my full fucking attention. Before that, you're just another guy who can tell me no. You're just another guy who can tell me, sorry, this isn't what we're looking for. When I am on what you're looking for, I'm an obsessive asshole about making pretty pictures. Oh yeah, I want to have a chair here. I'm just going to sketch it in. I'm going to give it a little bit more depth than what I did on this sketch. Not really. I can't say I'm doing. I mean, I do every once in a while. I do promotional art, but it's more like general. Like I'm doing an album cover here soon. And that's promotional as well as useful for merchandise for album dressing. But whenever I do design work now, I am working with a buddy of mine for his tattoo business for a logo. So I do stuff like that when it comes to promotion, but it's more branding, it's more merchandise design, it's more it's not so much ad work, but it is very much promotional art for creators in a lot of cases. A lot of commissions, personal commissions. I'm lucky to have a couple of clients that are very consistent with commissions. One guy in particular, at least every couple of months, he gets like a $250 commission off me. And he always gets these weird, yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But this guy always gets these weird kind of Mad Magazine style commissions of like his friends, and it's so fun because like you get to use all that like real cartooning aesthetic in a way that's personal. I mean, you can tell it means something to him because like, this guy, he gives me the all like detail about incorporate where they met at this fucking gas station and incorporate this little in gag and this little joke, and you can see in the end result it actually means something to them. That's a lot more. I mean, it's really satisfying. As much as just straight up like good company work is really nailing a personal commission, whether it's a character, whether it's a um, sometimes people want themselves inserted into their favorite popular culture. Like, hey, can you do a Walking Dead commission, but put this girl in here because her birthday's coming up. Have her chilling with fucking Daryl because fucking girls get all fucking damp whenever Daryl's on fucking screen, I guess. But yeah, there's gonna be really satisfying whenever you nail them because how do you say you just that they really appreciate it, and it's something that is illustrating their life to a certain extent. What the fuck is my shit locking up on me? No, not yet. All right. Fucking do it from there. I don't know how many lines I fucking undid out of. What was I working on right before I fucking started working on it? Giving weight to this one. Doesn't look like I changed too much. I need a fucking cigarette. I need some fucking nicotine. I'm a high strung guy. Nicotine helps me. I'm fucking. This has got to work a little bit better than this. My fucking really cool. I was blown out, isn't it? Nope, it's only a minute 55. Some fucking nicotine in my brain. Alright. What side do I have? It's been sitting down at the fucking bottom of the screen the whole time. I'm not even paying attention to it. Ugh. Boy. I'm enjoying doing like thicker ones. I'm gonna fuck with this lady up here because this girl, this character, this teacher, um, this was really a purely designed on the page character. Let's get rid of that. Let's see. All right, did we select? Did I select it right? Yeah, I selected it. Okay. So each layer. Yeah, this character was really designed right on the page. So I kind of want to fuck with her. in. That kind of a thing with the nose. I remember doing a lot of streaming like this on Stickcam back in the day when Stickcam was a fucking thing. Started, I had like multiple people that would tune in that were friends of mine on fucking MySpace, back in the MySpace days. Back when I was fucking OG shit posters. Just be so fucking you say concerned over what the fuck you say. Yeah, a lot of streaming. Memory trying to render the video. Cut that rip out of there. Okay. Turn down the music if fucking probably me yelling isn't helping either. That's better. Too low. Yeah, I apologize for fucking yelling. But loud. Still go lower than that. So let's see if that's any better. I'm old and I like my music loud. But yeah, I want to try to make the stream is yeah. Fucking buy you dinner before I ear fuck you. Is it any better? Yeah, what's that Bill Burr? The question I get asked most often is, why are you yelling? Okay. Yeah, I can relate to that. Why are you yelling? Not. My voice carries, okay. I guess I get why he backs away from the mic whenever he does his little loud thing on his podcast. Back away from the mic and bring it up. Oh, let's see. I kind of want her to be a little droopy. I'm gonna have to get a find full blast on my desktop computer. It's connected to the TV. Figure out what the what a good volume for the background music is, so that I'm not going to be offensive to the offensive to your audio senses. If I'm going to be doing this more consistently, trying to build an audience just a little bit. I am old as shit. Yeah, I think he might have done a bit about One Punch Man. I'm not sure. I watch a lot of comedy. I think I remember one of the Alan Palin videos being him talking about that. Alan Palin takes a lot of his bits and a lot of his podcast stuff and a lot of his commentary, his social commentary, makes some really good edited videos out of it. Let's take out that. Get the shape of the phone. When you're inking, especially over the past few years, I've learned like don't soften your angles. In fact, like I try to get as much angle on curved lines as possible. It just creates general visual interest in your line work. Don't take the fucking piss and vinegar out of your angles. Don't fucking take the piss and vinegar out of your lines. You try to soften all the curves, all the angles. You just get like, just takes the energy away. Alright. Let's do another sign. Now that I have that at a reasonable level, my ears are adapting to it. And now I realize like why my hearing's bad at 36. It's because Ziggy Stardust and the Spartans from Mars, I like my music at maximum volume. Come on. Oh yeah, no, that's same back at you. Somebody comes in asking about like occultist stuff, and old Bob, old Bob, old Bob exposing his ignorance in those lectures. Yeah, having something like that to kind of talk to right on my level. I appreciate that as well, man. Yeah, I was just thinking today about the. I guess it's only me watching. You might have stepped out, or is it because I paused it? See if I hit play, will it go to? Let's see. If I hit play, will it go to 2 watchers? It's because I have it paused. I'm gonna try still there. Anyway, like I was thinking about the Katma's the major fundamental Katma of Discordianism. Every statement is true in some sense, false in some sense, meaningless in some sense, true and false in some sense, true and meaningless in some sense, and false and meaningless in some sense. And if you repeat that to yourself 666 times, you will achieve enlightenment in some sense. And I try to repeat that. I wish I had a number. I figure if I say that to other people, eventually it'll sink in and they'll achieve some sort of enlightenment in some sense. I'm going to add some more line weight to the back of this because she's getting lost in how floaty this clothing lines are. To be young. Yeah. We appear to only be traveling in one direction in linear space-time. I don't really know what to do about that one. That's a solution. I've tried. I've done my best to, every once in a while, maybe you get a peek outside of space-time, but there's no going back, unfortunately. Let's see. You're not fucking smoking, not drinking my coffee. Taking you back. Yeah. Definitely faked it till I made it in terms of the occult stuff. Wanted to have those experiences, and I made a video on it. Yes, I am. I'm a pope of the Church of Subgenius, and now so are you. You've probably already been papized at this point if you know of good old Bob Dobbs. Yeah, praise Bob. But yeah, I studied a lot of occult stuff for a good decade, kind of wanting that experience, something akin to the Grant Morrison or Grant Morrison Kathmandu experience. Yeah, or Robert Anton Wilson's Puka experience. And then I got it, and then I didn't know what to do with it. And I wasn't under the influence of psychedelics. I wasn't. I hadn't done a questionable amount of any substance. I'd done a questionable amount of fucking with my own nervous system over the course of months. And it actually happened on the very early morning of the 10th anniversary of his death. It's the decade anniversary of Robert Anton Wilson's death. And if you go to my channel, you'll see a video called On Voices and Monsters. And I talk about it there. I've often referred to it as my Puka experience. But if you're into that sort of thing, I definitely highly recommend that video. It's not too far back. There was a short period where I made a few consistent videos, but I wasn't quite ready to take the plunge yet. To really trying to put the extra time into YouTube. I'm not crazy about this arm. I think this is the problem. We got too many fucking folds. Look at me over here, just not even fucking paying attention what I'm doing. Too many fucking folds. And not any place for your eye to breathe. Yeah, it seems like everybody does. Yeah, the mine came via stress. There's usually some weakening of the body or mind that comes along with it, and then that's the rub, is because you'll spend. Yeah, it gets weird. What did yours tell you? Mine told me, don't worry. I was getting a little anxious. They were like, well, don't get anxious. Your anxiety is the same energy as the energy at the center of the sun. There's no difference. And the deep out in deep space, it's like it's consciousness without form. It's like a consciousness soup out there. It's just the cosmos itself, the fabric of the cosmos itself contained a consciousness. And again, this was not under the influence of psychedelics. This was under the influence of maybe like 4 or 5 beers. And I'd smoked it and that was like throughout the whole day. And I'd smoked a bowl before I started working of just regular pot. At the time, like it was something that I can't attribute to anything other than I guess, my cult practices, and even in that aspect, do not, never didn't get a full understanding right out the gate. Kind of got a lot more confused and a lot more weirded out and a lot more unable to classify this experience as something. And you think that like you get that experience and then you'll just know always. And it's like, no, you have more doubt. Or at least I did, after the fact. That's interesting. Mana ray of hope. Mana ray of hope. 23. It just made it sound like the loudest bell you've ever heard in your life. The shockwave sent me back in my body. Mine kind of showed up as like Pixar style characters. That's the best way I can explain them. I go into depth in the video about it. But it was definitely like experiencing something that was both out of body, experiencing two simultaneous consciousness. One was in a sort of crystalline fifth dimensional form, is the best way I can describe it. Like different facets of time were separate on different crystals, that this sort of crystalline structure to the very nature, the very fundament of the existence in that whatever experience it was. Let's see. Yeah, like it wasn't like geometric shapes, like the kind of thing you would see on under the influence of psychedelics, as much as it was the very nature of existence in the dimension that I was in was dependent on crystalline facets of time instead of the idea of time as one linear, straightforward line. It was like time was existing different on each facet of a diamond that was the ground of being, of existence in that form, is the best way I can describe it. Let's get this. That was a nice sharp line came out of that. Starting to get a little bit more warmed up. Kind of want to get this page done by tomorrow so that I can move forward on stuff. Got a little bit behind this month. And you get behind and then you feel bad about getting behind. It's a Clockwork Sun I was making. It was a Clockwork Sun and it was making baby souls. It was part of God, like an angel. At least that's how it felt at the time. I can definitely understand. I mean, I can't completely understand what you mean, but I can definitely understand how you have maybe a hard time putting it into words. It's not the kind of experience that lends itself to words. they always seem to fall short, and that's why you hear people like Alan Moore talking about stuff. It can sound a little wacky to the average person, because it's not because this person is insane. It's because you can barely describe the experience. Hey, no problem. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start streaming more often. I could always use help getting the word out. So if you see me on stream on Twitter, feel free to share it. I put it up on Twitter. I put it up on my Facebook. But if you see me on and drop in, feel free to share it. If you dig, the way I'm doing things, definitely appreciate it. Let's take that line out right there. We've got a little interest. Let's see. Whoa, that got a little interest. I'm not sure what you mean. Other people. It's at 1:30. Okay. Which channel is that specifically? Because I went through and cleaned up a lot of my YouTube. It was very, very thick with stuff. I don't know who got left on. Yeah, let me know what channel that is specifically. And creepy little book. Okay. Yeah, I'll do my best to check it out. Want to try to get involved more on the YouTube aspect of things. That means getting involved in other people's streams as well. But yeah, thank you very much for stopping in and bullshitting with me while I put some lines down. It's very cool. And as always, much love and infinite mojo to you and super profundo on the early eve of your day. I think I might actually take a little break from streaming here very soon anyway. Because I want to make sure I'm not just fucking it up. It doesn't look too bad. Anyway, yeah, I think I might take a little break from streaming. I'm not sure how long I've been on here, but I've been on here long enough to like throw down all those blacks. But yeah, it was very cool bullshitting with you. And, I have to do it more often, especially, talking about occult stuff, talking about magic stuff. And yeah, feel free to check out, cool. Yeah, feel free to check out that one video, and I'll catch you later, man. Yeah, I think I am going to go ahead and cut off the stream at that point. Take a little break. Let's see. Bring up this. But yeah, for now, thank you for checking it out. Thank you for tuning in, Man Array. I hope 23, and much love and infinite mojo to you. Super profundo on the early eve of your day.